Hi, we wanted to give you a little information about our Cost to Complete program. Syscon wrote this program several years ago to address getting accurate cost to complete information while you're working on your job. You spend a lot of time and effort getting great project managers on your team. The problem is that, like estimators, everyone has kind of their own nuanced way of getting that information, and then you, as the owner, need to go back and figure out what makes up the numbers that you're being given to complete those jobs.
Do you have any idea how many reports your project managers have pulled to figure out this information? What are the remaining costs on any given job? And how much time does that take? So the tool we're going to look at today gives the project managers exactly what they need, as well as a uniform process in order to calculate the remaining cost to complete a job at any given time.
So after over 30 years of doing this, we have lots of stories about cost to complete and working with the project managers and working with the owners. We'll save those for another time. Right now, let's just get right into the program.
There are two primary solutions embedded in the Syscon Cost to Complete management program. Let's start with the basic one. The first challenge is to quickly gather all the information needed for accurate projections. Here, like so many other Syscon tools, we use our deep knowledge of the Sage 100 Contractor to instantly pull exactly what you need from many transaction sources to get an accurate picture of your job. To do this, we just select the job from our Sage database, select the year that we're interested in, and the month, and then export to one of many templates that are created to suit various needs. So we'll just select one. We'll give the resulting file a name. And after a moment, up comes a resulting spreadsheet. Send this to your project manager to enter his projections for that given month, and you are done. You may have different needs for your particular cost to complete calculations. You can choose from different export template formats, and we frequently build custom export formats to exactly meet a specific client requirement. If you want more consistency and accuracy, we add a new dimension to the cost to complete process, a database of detailed projections that are aged and can be easily updated directly by your project managers. With this more advanced process, we have three goals in mind. First, high accuracy of cost to complete projections. Second, not wasting your time or the time of your PMs preparing those projections. Third, consistency with a way to monitor that consistency in the projection process by your PMs. This time, using the same job as an example, we'll load our projections from the database into our grid. For every cost code that we have on our job that has a budget, a committed cost, or cost to date, we have all the information at your fingertips by cost type: material, labor, equipment, subcontract, other, and the user-defined cost types. To make a projection, select the cost code that you want to project and enter the projected final cost for the job for that cost code and cost type. So for example, as we review, we have some materials that we purchased, but we're not budgeted. Well, we have to do something about that. We have to acknowledge that, but let's stop the bleeding and hold that at $1,500 total. The labor, on the other hand, was pretty generously budgeted, and we know that we've done some things to control labor costs on this job, so instead of the original budget of $69,000, we believe we can do that for $60,000. And finally, a subcontract, we can see that we have a subcontract that was added to the budget by change order after the job started, and we unfortunately had to buy it out at a higher rate than we had budgeted. So we're going to get hurt a little bit there, but let's acknowledge that and indicate that it's going to cost us $8,000 to finish that particular line item. Save the projections. Now here's the real magic of this process. Next month, so July, load our projections again. And any prior projections that were made in prior months are aged by the costs incurred since the original projection. So if you recall, last month we projected our originally budgeted $69,000 worth of labor at $60,000. But in the last month, we've incurred $6,500 worth of current costs. So now my projections, without touching anything, is $53,500. So the projections to the end of the job remain constant. So if there's no change in your original projection, leave it as is. It already reflects any costs since the projection was originally made. Minor adjustments or new line items that need a projection, no problem. Just go in and modify those. Save and save, and you are done. From here, we print a detailed report that gives an unrivaled visibility into your jobs in their current status from cost information and realistic, consistent projections to the end of the job by the people that are there, your project managers. Imagine what you can do with that type of consistent, accurate information that merges data from your accounting transactions with that of your project manager's detailed understanding of how a job is progressing in the field. Click on the link provided below to get a quote on this Syscon application or information about our many other advanced tools for Sage 100 Contractor users.